Virgo. Since childhood, you felt something was coming, something unspoken yet deeply familiar, a moment, a memory, a mission, and now. From June 17th to 19th it begins, not outside of you, but through you. A sacred gate is opening, one your soul has known since before this life. You've always picked up on things others couldn't. You noticed patterns, you felt energy shift, you were never imagining it, you were remembering. This is bigger than a horoscope. This is soul architecture, a cosmic blueprint that's been dormant until now. These next 72 hours are not ordinary time. They're activation codes. They're a signal to the version of you that's been sleeping inside, the healer, the awakener, the messenger, and Virgo. You didn't just come here to fix the world. You came to remember who you were before the world broke you. The door is open. Are you ready to walk through it? Virgo, even as a child you knew there was something different about you, not in how you acted, but in what you felt. While other kids were busy blending in, you were busy observing, reading the room, sensing energies that hadn't even been spoken aloud. You weren't shy, you were aware, hyper-aware. That sense of being on the outside looking in, it wasn't rejection, it was redirection. You were being guided, trained even, to tune into a frequency others couldn't hear. And now that frequency is rising again, the same subtle pull you felt at age 7, or 14, or maybe 22. It's returning, because the gate always returns. Every 11 years your soul reaches a checkpoint, a moment where your karmic contract pulses beneath the surface. Some call it fate, but for you, Virgo, it's remembrance. This isn't just a cycle, it's a coded timeline built into your soul's blueprint. And childhood was your first decoding phase. Maybe you saw repeating numbers back then. Maybe you had dreams that came true. Maybe you spoke to imaginary friends that didn't feel so imaginary. Those were clues. You weren't strange. You were being prepared. The gate is not a place. It's a vibration. It doesn't open in the world. It opens in you. And when it does, things shift. Your senses heighten, your thoughts feel faster, and your emotions, especially the deep ones you've buried, begin to rise. Because the gate brings with it not just clarity, but confrontation. The version of you that was hidden to survive now wants to lead. You may feel nostalgic right now. You may remember old songs, smells, moments that make no logical sense. That's not coincidence. It's a trigger, a soul trigger. Your inner child remembers the last time the gate called, and it's guiding you to answer again. Virgo, your karmic contract isn't about suffering endlessly. It's about becoming the bridge between logic and intuition, between earth and sky, between the healer and the mystic. You were never here just to work hard and prove your worth. You were sent here to activate timelines, to repair the spiritual fractures others walk past without noticing. And the reason you've always felt tired, emotionally, energetically, is because you've been carrying this contract, mostly alone. But that ends now, because this time the gate opens, wider, and your soul knows it's time. Let the world call you sensitive. Let them label you too much. They don't realise you're wired to feel what others suppress. And that sensitivity, that's your power. It's the key that opens the gate. So if your heart has been beating faster lately, if your sleep has been strange, if you've been feeling a quiet call to reflect, to write, to isolate, to realign, that's the gate. It's here, and it's asking you one thing. Are you ready to remember why you came? June 17th to 19th. 3 days. Not ordinary days. They are coded markers in the Virgo soul contract. You feel it, don't you? The shift in energy, the strange timing of memories, dreams, emotions rising without warning. These aren't mood swings, they're soul surges. Because from June 17th to 19th, something sacred aligns. Jupiter, Mercury, Saturn, 3 planetary forces, 1 karmic triangle. And Virgo, you're the decoder, you always were. Jupiter brings expansion, the magnifying glass. Mercury, your ruling planet, brings messages, divine downloads. And Saturn is the gatekeeper, the Time Lord. Together, they form a sacred geometry in the sky, a trinity of truth, memory, and reckoning. And this triangle, it pierces time. That means your soul is standing at a crossroads, not just in this life, but across many. Because this gate isn't just spiritual, it's dimensional. It's where timelines collapse, where past life contracts echo forward, where buried memories rise not to haunt you, but to free you. Have you been dreaming of places you've never been? Seeing faces you don't know but feel familiar? Suddenly emotional over symbols, colours or music? You're not crazy. You're cross-remembering, retrieving pieces of yourself from lifetimes you've lived and lost. Because during these 3 days, the veil is thin, and Virgo, your soul is sensitive enough to walk through it without getting lost. That's why you feel this more than others. You're not just zodiac smart, you're timeline aware. What you're experiencing now, the signs, the synchronicities, the strange timing, they're echoes from a past life where you stood at this same gate and hesitated. But not this time. This time, you've done the work. You've faced the shadows. You've carried the weight of others and still held on to your light. And the universe has noticed. That's why everything feels like it's speeding up. Why your dreams feel more real than your waking life. Why you feel drawn to ancient texts, sacred numbers and silent rituals. You're tuning in because the code is calling, and you, the Virgo soul, have been chosen to respond. This is a timeline merger, the you from the past, the you from this life, and the you that still exists in the potential of what comes next, all standing in the same place, all whispering the same message. Remember, June 17th to 19th is not about prediction, it's about permission. Permission to fully step into your soul's remembrance. The gate isn't physical. It's not a temple or a stone circle. It's the space between your heart and your higher self. A portal built from pain, healing, wisdom, and purpose. And Virgo, you're aligned perfectly for this. These days will bring intense moments, random emotional waves, strong urges to disconnect from chaos, psychic flashes or gut feelings that turn out true. Memories that feel ancient but real. Don't ignore them. Write them down. They're keys. Every moment is a message. Every feeling is a frequency. And every dream you've had recently is preparing you for what you're about to unlock. Because this gate isn't just opening for you. It's opening through you. And the ripple effect will touch your work, your relationships, your health, your purpose. It's no accident that you're hearing this now. It's alignment. You didn't stumble into June 17th to 19th. You incarnated for it, Virgo. You came here to merge the timelines, to retrieve your power from your past self, and use it to ignite your future. You are the code breaker. You are the soul mapper. You are the reason this triangle even formed in the first place. Now, the triangle is complete, the gate is open, and time is waiting for your next move. Don't delay. The stars are not watching, they're responding. If these have been happening lately, you're not going crazy, you're preparing, you're being called. And if you felt even one of these, you're ready for the gate. Sign number 1, vivid dreams from childhood returning visual, dreamlike scenes. A younger version of Virgo running in fields, looking at stars, seeing symbols glow in the sky. Voiceover, soft but piercing. You've been waking up with dream fragments that feel too real. Maybe they started simple, old school memories, familiar rooms, forgotten toys. But then they turned strange, flying, floating, speaking in languages you don't know, seeing symbols you can't explain. These aren't just dreams, they're retrievals. Your soul is remembering itself. Those dreams are blueprints, pieces of a past timeline you lived but never fully processed. And now, because the gate is opening, they're rising again, Not to confuse you, but to remind you that the power you're looking for, you had it before, and now it's coming back through the language of dreams. Sign number 2, sudden emotional outbursts or flashbacks. Visual, Virgo alone at night, overwhelmed, then centered. Flashbacks overlay, childhood arguments, teenage tears, emotional pain. Voiceover with emotion. Maybe you've been crying for no reason, snapping over small things, feeling waves of grief or anger, and not knowing why. Virgo, that's not emotional instability, that's cellular release. Your body holds memories your mind forgot. And the gate, this cosmic window from June 17th to 19th, is unlocking those vaults. Flashbacks may come, moments you haven't thought of in years, old heartbreak, lost friendships, childhood pain. Don't fight it, feel it. Because what's happening isn't breakdown, it's breakthrough. Your nervous system is detoxing timelines. Your soul is making room for a version of you that is not emotionally frozen anymore. This is you shedding the skin of silence, the armour you wore to survive. Let it fall. Tears are part of the ritual. Sign number 3, intense craving for isolation or clarity. Visual, Virgo walking alone near water, turning off their phone, sitting in stillness, journaling beside candlelight. Voiceover, whispered but powerful. You've been craving quiet, avoiding crowds, scrolling less, talking less, because deep down you're tuning into something louder than the noise of the world. You're tuning into you. This craving for solitude is not disconnection. It's a spiritual recalibration. The gate doesn't open in chaos, it opens in stillness, and your soul knows that. That's why you're pulling back. You may feel the urge to clean, to throw things away, to go on a walk with no destination. That's not random. That's your inner system creating space for what's coming. Clarity is not found in thinking, it's found in listening. And right now, your spirit is screaming in whispers, not to scare you, but to awaken you. Virgo, these signs, they're not symptoms, they're signals. Proof that the gate is already beginning to open through you. You didn't come here to fit in. You came to feel everything, to sense what others miss, to heal what others bury. That's why your body is reacting. That's why your spirit is on edge. Because your soul knows the next version of you is arriving. And to make room for it, the old must rise and release. You're not breaking down. You're activating. And the 3 signs, the dreams, the emotions, the pull towards solitude are the signs that you are ready. Not next month, not next year. Now June 17th to 19th. The ancient version of you, the one who's waited lifetimes to awaken, is finally stepping forward. And when that doorway opens fully, nothing will ever feel small again. Virgo. The gate isn't something you walk through casually. It's a soul ceremony. And you don't need crystals or rituals you don't understand. You just need presence. You need intention. You need to remember what your soul already knows. Here's how to prepare 5 sacred steps. Not for performance, but for alignment. Step 1. Write a letter to your child self. Visual. Virgo seated with candlelight, pen on paper, tears gently forming. Voiceover. Speak to the version of you who first felt the call. The child who knew things no one explained. Tell them they weren't wrong. Tell them the gate is opening and they were always the key. Step 2. Fast for 12 to 24 hours. Visual. Tea, water, clean fruits. Virgo calmly preparing simple meals. Voiceover. This isn't about punishment, it's about purification. When your body clears, your soul speaks louder. You're not starving, you're sharpening. Step 3. Meditate under moonlight or starlight visual. Virgo outside at night, sitting still, breathing slowly as moonlight touches their face. Voiceover. Forget guided meditations. Just listen. Let the stars speak in silence. Feel the earth beneath you and the universe above you. This is your soul's original language. Step 4. Speak the affirmation. I remember why I came. Visual. Virgo, whispering these words to their reflection, eyes closed, hands over heart. Voiceover. This isn't just a phrase. It's a command to the universe and a promise to yourself. Say it with breath. Say it until you feel something move inside. Step 5. Wear white or blue visual. Virgo, choosing a white scarf or blue shirt, dressing with care. Voiceover. These colours aren't fashion. They're frequency. White clears, blue activates. Both prepare you for the transmission that's coming. Virgo. The universe doesn't give you signs for entertainment. It gives them for initiation. This gate is not a reward, it's a responsibility, and your preparation is your signal that you are ready to receive what's on the other side. The version of you that walks through this gate will never look back the same way again. So be still, be intentional, and be willing. The gate doesn't need perfection. It only needs your presence. Virgo. The gate is not the end of the journey. It's the beginning of the real one. And when you walk through it, something inside you clicks into place. What you've been searching for, that feeling of something missing, it ends here. Because on the other side of this gate, you don't just awaken. You remember. You remember your design, your gift, your purpose, that strange knowing you've carried your whole life, the one you couldn't explain. That's called claircognizance. It's the gift of instant knowing. No logic, no data. Just truth that drops into your spirit like lightning. And after this gate, that gift activates. You'll speak and people will pause. You'll feel truth in a room before it's spoken. You'll know when to walk away and when to rise. Because Virgo, you were never meant to just heal others. You were meant to lead the ones who forgot who they are. That clarity you've begged the universe for, it begins to flow after June 19th. Like puzzle pieces falling into place, synchronicities, dreams aligning with reality. Your soul blueprint starts to unfold, and you no longer question if you're on the right path. You'll feel it, but clarity isn't the only thing that shifts. So do your connections. After the gate opens, relationships begin to realign. Sometimes suddenly. Toxic ties. They'll fall away like dead leaves, not in chaos, but in clarity, because you'll no longer shrink to fit spaces you've outgrown. You'll stop chasing approval, stop fixing what's not yours to carry, because the gate doesn't just open a timeline, it closes a cycle, a 33-year soul cycle. That's how long this energy has been building, in this life, or one before it, and now it ends. Which means you're about to walk into a timeline you've never lived before. No karmic loops, no emotional recycling, just the raw, sacred energy of a future that's finally yours. And it begins in July. This July isn't just a new month, it's your new life. Because everything you've healed, everything you've sacrificed, everything you've endured, it wasn't in vain. It was preparation. You're no longer the seeker, you're the initiated. Your energy will shift. People will feel it before they understand it, and your intuition will become impossible to ignore. Expect the following: downloads during sleep, a sudden pull to a new place, practice or person, a breakthrough in your career or soul mission, a deep sense of inner calm, even if things outside are still chaotic, because after the gate, you stop reacting, you start responding. From a higher place. This isn't about becoming someone new, it's about returning to who you really are. The child who dreamed without fear, the healer who knew pain wasn't permanent, the soul who remembered the stars. That's who steps forward now. And Virgo, the world needs that version of you, because you're light. It was never small, it was simply sealed for this exact moment in time. And now, the seal is broken, the gate is open, and your time is now. Virgo, you've always felt it, that quiet knowing in your chest, that this life was never your beginning. It was your continuation. You didn't come here to follow the crowd. You didn't come here to stay small. You came to remember and to wake others up just by being who you truly are. This isn't the end. It's the activation. From June 17th forward, your soul steps into the timeline. It's been calling home for lifetimes. The waiting ends, the forgetting ends, and your real life, the one your inner child dreamed of, begins. You're not alone. Every Virgo who feels this right now, you are part of a soul wave, reawakening at the same time with the same mission. So if your heart's been beating faster during this video, if you've felt seen, it's because you were meant to find this at this exact moment. Now it's your turn to answer the call. Comment, I'm ready to open the soul gate. Like if this stirred something deep inside you. Subscribe for more Virgo soul prophecies and timeline awakenings. Share this with another Virgo. They may be silently waiting for this too.